Ladies and gentlemen, this is Specki T, drummer from In Extremo from Berlin, Germany, and we are very happy to be on the Hellfest in France today, and you are watching to loudtv.net. See ya, bye. Yeah, I don't know why. So I think we should play much more in France, because every show in France we played in the last 12 years was fucking amazing, and we had shows in Paris and I think in Lyon and on Hellfest 3 times, and this was always very, very good and very nice for us.
And there is actually a new tour
Yeah.
announced next year, I suppose.
Yeah.
So it's great. How do you feel to be in such festival?
So I tell everyone at home or wherever I am that for me, Hellfest is my most favorite festival. So we play around 15 up to 25 festivals each year. But the only one I would go for having fun privately is Hellfest France.
What's the difference with the other festivals?
So the difference is that on Hellfest, that this is not all about heavy metal. This is more art with heavy metal, combined with heavy metal. So they mix it up, music, art, and look at this. There is no festival in the whole wide world I've seen something like that. You know, you have very simple stuff, you have very blah blah blah. Everything has to work, but this is art everywhere you're looking to, and this is very interesting. And all the food courts, you have wonderful drinks, you have wonderful wine, you have everything is a little bit better than anywhere else, and I think this is the main difference.
How did you feel after 2 or 3 years without concerts and anything?
This is a good question. How does it feel when you have a football player without ball? You know, so if you take the ball away from football, football is not football. So if you take stages away from musicians, music is not music, and musicians need the audience. We need fans, we need people, we need new impact, we need new challenges. And what happened in the last 2.5 years was hanging around and waiting and trying to not lose the hope, you know. And yes, there are many colleagues and many other musicians, they lost the hope to come back one day. And so yeah, give a big hand for all the stranded colleagues and people in the music business. So we are back now, we are very happy, and it works very good, and it's great to be on Hellfest again. But yeah, I think and I hope we are through all this fucking bullshit.
The last album was very great, you know.
Yeah.
And through the years, it seems that you have become like maybe more rock with medieval instruments. Stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas it was maybe the contrary at the very beginning, you know.
Yeah.
Is it still the case? And many bands have had the time to rehearse and to write stuff through the pandemic. Was it okay for you?
We didn't write any song, so we take a long break, because the band is 27 years old now, and this is the first real break we had in that time. All over the years we were touring or in the studio or working in the rehearsal room on new songs and stuff. So the pandemic was longer than we expected, but we said maybe it's good for us to have a short break and take a deep breath, and then we come back with new power and stronger than before. And so now we are, I think the creative energy is back, you know. We took this long breath, and this is very good. So be a very special band with very special instruments, but we always make it to the #1 in the charts when we have a new album, you know, because the music scene is very pop music or very hip hop or very blah blah blah, but not mixing medieval instruments with heavy metal and go on top of the German charts, or maybe in France. I think we've been in the top 10 the last time. So this is very, wow. We did something right, I think. That's good.
Yeah, because it's hard to defend, you know, the
Yeah,
metal.
yeah,
But Germany is maybe more, you know,
yeah.
rock and metal.
Yeah, but France is very, very close to Germany, I think. With this festival, you know, we have Wacken, we have Summer Breeze, we have Full Force, we have Rock Hearts, all the big heavy metal festivals in Germany. So there are more of the heavy metal scene festivals, maybe than in France. But in France, the Hellfest is everybody. All the big bands from all over the globe wants to play here, and this is very, very interesting, very good. That the whole scene on this weekend is in France, in this little village here, or Clisson is a little village. It's not Paris or Lyon or Bordeaux. It's a little village in the middle of nowhere, and the biggest heavy metal bands from all over the world come here to play a show, and this is very, very cool, I think.
Are you the most metal in the band? It seems that you are quite metal.
Yeah, I think I'm more metal than medieval or rock, so I'm more in the metal scene. Yeah.
But maybe it's better for the drums.
Yeah, you need. So being a drummer is like the engine, the motor of a band, you know, and maybe it's not bad to have a metal engine.
And the plus of In Extremo, it's very dancing. It's like kind of fiesta every night.
Yeah. So it's a party band, and we are very, very positive thinking people. You know, times changed in the last years. We had the pandemic. Now we have the war in Ukraine, which is very, very wow. So we sometimes don't know what to say about all the problems happening in the world at the moment, but In Extremo is always positive band, and we always look forward, and we want to keep that character of the band or that spirit in the band, which is very important for us, to think positive.
And you have a lot of fans in Russia. And
Yeah. So we canceled the tour now in Russia, Belarus and Ukraine in November. I think there were around 20 shows. Big tour. So we should start in Novosibirsk, which is close to Japan, at the Pacific Ocean, far away, and then all the little things all over Russia, and then going back to Kiev and to Minsk in Belarus. So, but we canceled the whole tour, of course, because we don't want to support the Russian economics at the moment, and so we will see if we go there again in the future. So nobody knows what's happening, but first of all, the war has to stop. This is the most important thing, and then we see if we play music and make people happy. You know, at the moment they have real big other problems.
Will you record a new album?
Yeah. So we're working now. Pandemic is over at the moment. Maybe longer for the next years and months, but we're working on new songs, and we're working in the rehearsal studio in Berlin and having a good time with the band. Yeah, there will be some new music from In Extremo soon. So we're working on our next step to bring In Extremo to the next level, you know. And so we combine all the rock and metal thing with all the special instruments from the medieval times, which is very, very interesting for us, because it's a very deep pool. You can dive in and see what's happening around you with all these tons of different instruments we have. Yeah, so it's gonna be a good music and a good new album, I think.